What's up, guys? Welcome to Box to Box Football, and yes, me and Jack are back again with another special edition. I don't know what we call this show. It's just due to the Premier League, and we're just talking about all Premier League right now. And usually, what like we would do is we would go through each and every game that like went on today. So Arsenal versus Man City, Man United versus Newcastle. But really, it's been a boring Sunday. It's been a boring Super Sunday. Not that many big fun games. Arsenal game was boring. United were all right.
Spurs was kind of interesting, I guess, but apart from
Yeah, I'm loving Jesse Lingard right now. I'm loving him. He's found his mojo back, and West Ham look good. But it looks like the title race is kind of done and dusted. Man City are 10 points clear, and doesn't really look like a team's gonna stop them. And then you look at the rest of the top four. You have Manchester United, who seem like they're guaranteed to get at least third to second place, in Leicester City, who in other years we've written them off, but it seems like now they're established in the top four. Are you safe to
yeah,
say that, Jack?
like honestly, you talking about like the things that you just said about Man United, I feel like at this point in time, they've missed important players throughout the season, but here they are. They were second today. Obviously now after the Man United result, they're only third by goal difference. So I think we need to start putting the same respect on Man United. The same respect on Leicester as we do to Man United.
And I'm not ruling out the Premier League title race completely, but it just looks like Man City are just a well-oiled machine right now, and when they go, they go. But the one thing I really want to look at is the top four, and really that last place, because in the top four, because United and like Leicester seem like they have it already, like they have their spots definitely permanent in the top four. They both got 49 points, and they both look like they're going to be confident enough to win good 7-8 games to stay in the top four. The question is, who's going to take that last spot? Right now we have West Ham with 45 points in fourth place, with Chelsea following them in fifth place with 43 points, and Liverpool champions, which is shockingly to say that Liverpool are sixth with 40 points. Is just unheard of. It's crazy. And then they lose to Everton yesterday, which is just crazy. And even Everton are in the race, and like them, Carlo Ancelotti helping Everton team to go to Anfield and win. They have a game in hand. They win that. They go above Chelsea depending on how many goals they score. But Jack,
12 nil, James.
12, 12, 12. You never know. If Manchester United can score 9 against Southampton, they could get 8. They can get 3 men sent off, and then they can go riot. But with this race right now with the top four, Jack, who do you have getting that final spot?
I have two picks. My safe pick, which is the one I'm going to stand by, is going to be Chelsea. West Ham, the squad's not experienced enough. I think that, when they're going to be under pressure, they'll probably crack a little bit, maybe drop a few results here and there. So I'm going to say Thomas Tuchel, the star power that Chelsea have. I'm looking at the form table here. Not the most fantastic draw against Southampton. They'll have wanted all 3 points, but apart from that, I'm looking at all green across their last 4 results. Bet more goals scored than West Ham, less goals conceded. I think Chelsea have enough good consistency. The bump of having a new manager, and you're hoping that, Tuchel is hoping, and Chelsea fans sitting at home are hoping that there's going to be some kind of added consistency to this new Chelsea squad. Maybe some players who weren't playing so well are going to rediscover some form. So that's going to be my safe pick. My dark horse is Everton. Look, if they win that game in hand, they're level on points with Chelsea, who are my safe pick. As far as I see it, you've got experienced players who've played for top teams. You've got individual match winners. It's not, you're not kind of. It's not all on the back of like Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It's not all on the back of James Rodriguez, Richarlison, these kinds of guys. There's plenty of stars in that team and a very experienced, high-quality manager who can pick up big results. Liverpool aren't playing so well, but Everton winning at Anfield is still a big result. So I'm going to go with Chelsea, but my dark horse, and if I was a betting man, I think my odds would be a bit better picking Everton.
I'm first going to start off here. I'm going to start off at like 10th place and look at Arsenal. Again, realistically, we don't believe Arsenal should go on to even get top four or like even compete. But if you're looking at the mathematical side of it and you look at the games like Arsenal had, they're kind of in of a chance if they could just find consistency. I think the
Right.
frustrating to me, for me being an Arsenal fan, is that games against Wolves, games against Aston Villa, where if we pick up them 6 points, we're banging this race to get top four, and it's
Right.
just things failings like that that's really let us down. We're kind of not really in the race, but it's not the impossible thing. I look at a team like Tottenham, and I really do believe that if Mourinho can just get this team just getting back to where they were defensively and stop all these like mistakes from happening, and then going forward how devastating they can be with a player like Dele Alli when he is fit, and they can get Bale with his mindset right, and obviously Kane and Son doing their thing. They have a chance, but the consistency from Tottenham is going to be the biggest thing for me. You then look at Aston Villa. They have quality, but they rely on Jack Grealish too much. And him being out today, against Leicester, you didn't believe, did you at all? And if he is injured for a few more weeks, you don't really believe that they're gonna get it.
Right.
Everton to me are, Jack said that they're his dark horses, and it's a weird one for me because I want to make them my favorites, Jack, to get this
Oh, right.
because
Okay.
I look at the way everything's set up in the end. I look at Carlo Ancelotti as a manager because Everton, they've had a lot of managers. They've had Martinez, they've had Moyes. A lot of managers where it's it's like
Ronald.
nearly
They had
like
Ronald Koeman. You know.
Ronald Koeman. They're always like a nearly club, nearly just not quite there. And with Ancelotti, he's a man that been there, seen it all. He's a Premier League winner. He's a La Liga winner. No, not sure. Like, no, he's Serie A winner. He's a Champions
Yeah.
League winner with multiple clubs. And I think one of the best things I ever seen with Carlo Ancelotti was when Everton scored the fourth goal against Tottenham in the FA Cup game. Instead of him going crazy and celebrating, he had like a hot chocolate or like a hot drink, and
Right.
he just sipped on it, and it's like another day at the office because he's seen it all. He will
Right.
give this team the belief to go on that they can actually do it, and by them going to Anfield and showing that belief that they can beat Liverpool after 21 years without losing, they're gonna think, okay, if you can go to Anfield and make a sturdy Liverpool team who just went to Leipzig and win, and go there and kind of, like make it look easy to win the game, they're gonna believe that they can actually get this. So,
One one thing I think is important to mention, and I don't know how much, I don't even know if you and I have really talked about this in great detail, but I put a lot of stock about players, even if they've not done well at big clubs, players who've played at big clubs and they've got that in their system. I know, I kind of wish we had Timmy here. I know Luca Digne, Andre Gomez, Yerry Mina. These aren't Barcelona legends. Even somebody like Alan, like we have players who I think you would say have played at big clubs and
I,
have played in games that matter, and that means the world. My one worry is just at the back, because I love Yerry Mina. I love the physical force that he is. He's a playmaker. Offensively, he can create disruption. At corners and free kicks and stuff. The fullbacks obviously I really like, but I'm looking at the goals against there. 33. I mean, it's just one behind Liverpool, and obviously Liverpool have kind of been at the hands of some thumpings this year. And I just think if they can tighten up, it probably is theirs to lose. But I don't know. I can't. I'm still going to stick with Chelsea. I give you a lot of credit for going for Everton, but I think
but
I'm still.
the one team that I believe will get this, it should get it if they just can get themselves right and put their foot down, is Liverpool. I feel like out of all the teams, the biggest disaster is Liverpool not getting Champions League football. You know, of what they have built in the last 3-4 years, and like what Jurgen Klopp has built for them to be left back like that. It's like it's unheard of. It's impossible, and they need to get it. You know, it's
They're running. Just quickly. I'm just looking at their running. I'm so like that Sheffield United game away at Sheffield United. That's a trap game.
it's a
Home
trap game,
against
but
you.
it's a trap game. But and I know when Liverpool put their foot down, they can beat any team. They
Yeah.
they are they are when Liverpool are Liverpool. They're the best team in the Premier League. We shouldn't rule them out. Yeah, I understand that they're not playing well, but we should not rule them out. they have enough quality to get themselves over now. We're not talking about winning the league here, Jack. We're talking about getting top four.
Top four, I
Yeah.
know, and we'd have never thought we'd be here. I just looked at a few of the fixtures in the future. Like I say, that Sheffield United game, all jokes aside, that is a tricky game. They're bottom of the table. It's not been pretty. It's been pretty tragic, to be honest. But that's still a team with something to prove, and they'll see an opportunity against Liverpool. Liverpool have lost 4 games in a row. In terms of, I was looking at this the form table, James. Last 5 games, Sheffield United have the exact same form as Liverpool. You'd argue Sheffield United's is better because their win has come more recently than Liverpool's has. So Sheffield United might think, draw here. Maybe we'll get a set piece. Maybe we can blag ourselves a goal. The next game at Anfield, to break this crazy streak that Liverpool are on at Anfield now, is Chelsea. Chelsea are coming to town. Then you have, out of all the teams in the relegation zone at the moment, Fulham are playing the best. Then Fulham have to come and play. Their tails will be up depending on other results. So I just think it's going to take a real standout performance, and you need your Andy Robertsons and your Jordan Hendersons and your James Milners and Klopp to get behind the team. I think we're at a stage now where if it's going to happen, it needs to happen over the next 2 or 3 weeks. The Chelsea result will tell me a lot about whether Liverpool are serious about making top 4.
It feels absolutely crazy to actually think about that. Like, we're talking about a team that got 99 points last year, a team that got 97 the year before. Injuries have decimated them, especially Jordan Henderson went down against Everton, and even that's going to be a huge concern. Yeah. But I think we can wrap this up right now. So you're fixated Chelsea to get the top 4. The 4, like, in fairness, we haven't really talked about West Ham. They are sitting there right now. Let's put some respect on West Ham name. Is there a chance West Ham could get it? Mikel Antonio playing out of his skin. Jesse Lingard is back in the flow. He's doing the flute and everything.
Jesse Lingard, I think, is really embracing this role of like borderline just trolling. Like he's taken all the hate that he gets online from the whole football community, and he's dancing on people. He's scoring great goals. Like, I loved his celebration, then the pause for VAR, and then he got to celebrate again. I thought that was pretty funny. No, I just don't think they have enough. Like I say, there's not enough kind of big game experience there. And as we get to game week, 36, 37 and 38, I just think they'll drop points unnecessarily. James, my final question to you before we do wrap up here, is it City, United, Leicester? Or are we saying that maybe Leicester have a chance to hit second here over Man United?
If Leicester gets second place, I won't be surprised. I look at this Manchester United team, and without Paul Pogba, the inconsistency of this team is just not there. They just don't have the capacity. Just to, like, games that they're comfortably winning 1-0, they'll somehow mess up and like draw 1-1. Like, I don't think that they have the capacity like that. If any team is going to challenge this Man City team, I think it's going to be Leicester. If I'm if I'm being honest, we're back to 2016 now. Leicester are really back in our fold. But I'm just gonna finish off on who I have to get the top 4. I want to say Liverpool because they are Liverpool, but I just have this weird thing about Everton. I don't know. Carlo Ancelotti, he gives me so much hope. He's so relaxed. Like, that he was asked, like, so what are Everton's target? He said Europe.
Without like stuttering at all. Like, yeah, I hear you. I rate that because I'd like to kind of have the cojones to say that. But like I said, I've mentioned them as my dark horse just to kind of cover myself a little bit. There's a lot to like and a lot of good points going in the direction for Everton to do that. But one thing I think I'll say, and I've been thinking this for the past couple of weeks, the only thing that we can guarantee in the league this year is that nothing's guaranteed and you can't predict anything. James and I, it sounds like really more so me, but James and I have looked like real kind of clowns. And I'm sure, to be fair, if everybody else had video evidence of their predictions at the start of the year, I think that would be an even playing ground. But I think I had Hakim Ziyech, like, highest assists. Martial was my, like, golden boot winner. Like, I had Arsenal coming in second. Like, come on.
Listen, I had Chelsea finishing second at a time. So it's like this year has just been
write-offs.
Absolute crazy. Coronavirus has the football world going nuts. Players are dropping like flies. It's a weird one. Again, guys, Jack has Chelsea finishing fourth. I have Everton finishing fourth. Borderline Liverpool, but I'm gonna say in my chest, Everton. So tell me what you think. Who do you think is gonna get that final of fourth place? West Ham? Could Man City drop down and get to the fourth place? We don't know. This year has been so crazy. But guys, let us know what you think. Tottenham, Arsenal. Comments down below, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Box to Box Football, and we will see you next time.